Episode 5 of Squid Game Season 2 begins with the next set of players continuing their mini-games. Hyunju's team manages to progress, with her working as a cheerleader and de facto leader for the Misfits. Each of the players use their own motivations and reasons to progress, and despite the spinning top game looking like a lost cause, they do manage to win. The games eventually continue all the way through to the final teams, which happen to be Ji-Hun's and a bunch of randoms. I wonder who will progress? Anyway, the group eventually reconvene back in the dorms, where we get some dialogue over how Hyunju is still pre-op and needs the money to help fund this. At the same time, Thanos intends to keep his tight-knit team in check and work out how to get the upper hand against the others. Meanwhile, No-Yul is grabbed by a couple of soldiers and thrown into her room by these crooks. No-Yul does her best to fight them off, but they threaten her with a knife, calling her a commie and forcing her into submission. Back to the games though, and with 110 players down, and many surviving, those left behind are split into camps of those who are grateful, and those who are disappointed that more haven't passed to raise the prize funds. Well, the teams are once more given the vote to stay or go, starting with players 001 and working up. Among those who choose to stay are Min-ho, who's forced into it by his teammates, Young-bae, who explains he has big debts, Young-sik, again, extra debts due to loan sharks, and Hyunju. Jong-dae unfortunately manages to push the people into chanting, "one more game," and it becomes pretty unanimous from here on out that another game will take place. There are ripples of distrust and disappointment among the many players after the inevitable result, as everybody is split into different camps. In the midst of this, Myung-ji is reprimanded for choosing to quit by Thanos and the thugs. Ji-hun, though, knows what's next and prepares for the nighttime strikes. Once it's lights out, he tells his teammates they need to take it in turns and keep watch. Funnily enough, Young-sik's mom actually has a blade she's hidden in her hair, which could come in handy later on down the line. In the morning, the third game is about to begin. As it does, Junhee launches his latest mission to set out and try to find Ji-hun. This coincides nicely with No-Yul, sporting a nasty cut across her cheek, prepared to head out with the other soldiers for the next game. So what is the third game? Well, it's something called Mingle. The rules of this game include the middle platform rotating, and when they hear a number, they have to form groups of that size and go into rooms. The door will close within 30 seconds, so there's not much of a strategy, to be honest. Ji-hun, In-ho, and the other de facto leaders all tell their respective teams they need to stay strong and not panic as the game begins. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more exciting content. We've got amazing recaps and much more coming your way, so make sure you're a part of our journey.